Hello everyone. So in this video we'll be talking about HTML responsive web design. So responsive web design is about creating web pages that look good on all devices. A responsive web design will automatically adjust for different screen sizes. For example, if you are opening a website on a big laptop, or you are opening it on a iPad or on a smartphone, so the website should look good, and its alignment shouldn't change and everything shouldn't change. So what is responsive web design? So responsive web design is about using HTML and CSS to automatically resize, hide, shrink, or enlarge a website to make it look good on all devices, desktops, tablets, and phones. So setting the viewport. To create a responsive website, add the following meta tag to all your web pages. So what you need to do, you need to add this meta tag after the HTML when you write. So name will be viewport, and the content will be width is equal to device width, and initial scale will be 1. So what will happen? Without the viewport meta tag, your website would look like this, but with the viewport meta tag, your website will look like this. Why? Because you have set the width to device width and the initial scale to be 1. This will set the viewport of your page, which will give the browser instruction on how to control the page dimension and scaling. Here's the example. And if you want some responsive images also, responsive images are images that scale nicely to fit any browser. So what you need to do, if the CSS width property is set to 100%, the image will be responsive and scale up and down. So if such a image is there, so we need to do, will just use the style attribute in our img element, and will set the width to 100%. Also, we could also use the max width property. Max width property is set to 100%. The image will scale down if it has to, but will never scale up and be larger than its original size. So we could also use this max width is equal to 100%, and height will set as auto. So it will automatically set according to it. Now you could also show different images depending on browser width. The HTML picture element allows you to define different images for different browser window sizes. You could resize the browser window to see how the image below changes depending upon the width. Now let us see, there is an example. So for this picture, what we did, media is equal to max width 600 pixel, and in this we chose 1500 pixels, and the source was this. So different kind of browser, if I resize it, so what will happen? So you will have to try this code on your own, and you'll see when you resize it how the image changes and how it will not change if we use this max width code, right? So there's also responsive text size also. The text size can be set with a VW unit. Which means the viewport width. The way that text size will follow the size of the browser window. So if you want to resize something, so what will happen? We'll just use the style attribute, and we'll set the font size to 10 VW, that is viewport width, and then we'll write hello world. Viewport is the browser window size. One viewport is what? One VW is 1% of the viewport width. If the viewport is 50 centimeter wide, one VW is 0.5 centimeter. Now there are also some media queries, something like left menu, right content, some main content. So you could also use this there also. You could also write a media query. So this is how you could create a responsive web page. So if you want to create such a web page, so what you will have to do, if a web page is something like this is a small web page. So this will come like this: link 1, link 2, link 3, and all the section will come like this. But if I paste all the code, let's say somewhere else, if I paste it on my VS Code, let us say we'll go here, we'll paste all the code, we'll save it, and then we'll run it. Open. So now in this different type of browser, link 1, link 2, link 3 is coming like this, because it is put left side, this is about is put right side, this should be above. So in different cases, in different browsers, in different browser size, everything will be different. So this is how a responsive web page works. and this all the CSS part will be discussing in the CSS section, will not be discussing it here. So this is also another, you know, CSS framework, that is Bootstrap, that will be discussing in the CSS section. So for now, that's all, and I'll meet you in the next lecture. I hope you would have understood how to create a responsive web page, so that if you open in a desktop or a tablet or a mobile, your site should look pretty. So I'll meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.